with the big news from the world of soccer. Bayer Leverkusen clinched its first ever Bundesliga title on Sunday, ending Bayern Munich's streak of 11 consecutive championships following a commanding 5-0 victory over Werder Bremen. Here's a report that tells you all about the latest victory. Take a look.
Xabi Alonso and his men have scripted history as Bayer Leverkusen won their first Bundesliga title with a thumping 5-0 win over SV Werder Bremen. Leverkusen ended the 11-year stranglehold on the league by Bayern Munich, who have been winning the title continuously since 2012. Under coach Xabi Alonso's guidance, Leverkusen are currently on a league record 29 matches without defeat this season. Alonso was completely thrilled with the first ever Bundesliga title.
To finally say that Leverkusen are German champions is a great honor. For everything totally deserved. For this team, these fans, this club. Not only this team, but also these coaches, the players, the directors of the past. They have fought a lot for this title. So we are the result of top work over many years.
Xabi Alonso's side knew victory would secure the silverware with 5 games to spare, and there were no signs of nerves as they produced a performance worthy of champions. Coach Xabi said the title was well deserved and he was honoured to be a part of a special day for the club.
Now it's time to celebrate it. We deserved it not only because of the result but also because of the way we achieved it, and that's very special. The first time is always something special for everyone. So to be able to say that we were able to be a part of this moment at Leverkusen feels great.
Bayer Leverkusen's Florian Wirtz and Victor Boniface are the joint most goal scorers for them this season with 11 each. Wirtz netted a brilliant hat-trick in the game to make sure the home team and fans don't wait for another match to enjoy the league triumph. A 30,000-strong home crowd erupted into wild celebrations of chants and cheers inside the stadium, enjoying the festivities as Leverkusen won the long-awaited title.
I can still remember 20 years ago when I was a little boy sitting in front of the TV with my brothers, and we lost every final. And now we have won our first final. It's indescribable. You can't describe it. It's like a dream, not even tangible for me yet. Now we have become champions in the Bundesliga.
The 5-0 win has stretched their unbeaten run across all competitions to a remarkable 43 games this season. Leverkusen are, however, far from done this season. They have reached the German Cup final and taken a 2-0 first-leg lead in their Europa League quarter-final against West Ham United. Sports Desk, DD India.
And now to discuss more on this, I'm joined by Trent Murray, who joins us from Berlin. Good evening, Trent. Thank you so much for joining us here on DD India Sports Bus. It's a huge victory for Leverkusen over there, and especially after 128 odd years. But when we talk about the former champions, Bayern Munich, what exactly went wrong for them?
Oh, look, it's a question I think they'll be asking themselves, that's for sure. Talk about dominance. I mean, the last time a team that wasn't Bayern Munich won the Bundesliga, Barack Obama was the US president, and the iPhone 5 was the latest innovation from Apple. But it is Bayer Leverkusen which has ended that 11-year monopoly with that 5-0 thriller over Werder Bremen overnight. What a match it was. It was Victor Boniface starting a Bundesliga match for the first time since December because of injury with that opening goal from penalty spot before Granit Xhaka secured another audacious long shot with 30 minutes to go in the game. But then it was all about Florian Wirtz, the Germany international player, scoring a hat-trick, a first goal very similar to Granit Xhaka's, followed by a second one at the 83rd minute. By that stage, the fans were already erupting. He then sealed the deal with another one, making it 5-0. And with that, securing the club the silverware for the Bundesliga title with 5 games to spare. It certainly feels like a new era in German football today here with this win for the team. They've often been the butt of many cruel jokes, including Leverkusen. Well, they are not saying that anymore. The club going on to take the silverware, as you say, with 5 matches to go. A very big season for their fans.
And when we consider the celebrations, because we saw some of the visuals where fans were really going berserk with celebrations, how are the actual celebrations going on in Germany?
Yeah, well, look, this is just really the stuff of fairy tales for this football club. I mean, as you can imagine, the only colours right now are the red, black and white for the club. There's a lot of celebrations, a lot of media coverage, and also a lot of celebration of Xabi Alonso. I mean, he took over this club only 18 months ago, and when he did, they were the bottom of the league. But what a meteoric turnaround it has been under the 42-year-old manager's stewardship. As you mentioned there in your opening intro, 29 matches in the Bundesliga without defeat, 43 across all competitions without defeat. This is a club which he has certainly turned around, and we expect now some of the other bigger clubs in European football will be looking at him, trying to perhaps snatch him away. It would seem like right now he's probably the most wanted man in European football, given what he has done with Bayer Leverkusen. For the fans, they're probably woken up with a bit of a sore head this morning, one would imagine. It's been a long night of celebrations, and it's been a long wait for them, having to try and get there. The last time they got the silverware was all the way back in 1993.
Indeed, and this is not the end, but rather the beginning. So would it be right to say that this is a new dawn for Leverkusen, and they could be now called as the champions for coming few number of matches as well, friend?
Yeah, I mean, potentially more celebrations on the way, because we know that they've got a German Cup final, which they will play in, a real contender in that, and also, of course, the Europa League knockouts to come as well later this year. So it really does feel like this is a club that is on the ascent, and given where they started from, as I say, 18 months ago, they were the bottom of the table. But what an amazing turnaround it has been for Xabi Alonso and his club. As I say, the only colours right now, red, black and white, the flares going off, the loud music, the cheers. You could see those fans storming onto the field after the 4th goal. They knew they had won it. And as I say, given it has been such a long wait, one, I think, even if you weren't a supporter of that club, could join them in their celebrations, given how long it's been.
Indeed. Thank you so much, friend, for joining us and getting us the sense of the excitement that you are witnessing there from Berlin. Thank you. Staying on soccer, in Premier League, Liverpool's Premier League title hopes suffered a huge blow as they were beaten by 1-0 at Anfield by Crystal Palace. The Reds missed the chance to return to the top of the Premier League as Palace's first half strike gave the visitors a much-needed victory to move them 8 points clear of the relegation zone. Mateta was left astonished after he had been thwarted by Alisson a couple of yards in front of the goal. At the other end, Jones could not hit the target when sent through by Kakpo's outside of the boot pass. A desperate intervention from Mitchell stopped Salah as Palace then dug in even more to preserve the points. On the other hand, Arsenal followed Liverpool by slipping up on their own patch as Aston Villa's victory allowed Man City to go top of the Premier League. Late goals from Leon Bailey, who converted from a tight angle, and Watkins altered the title race further on what proved to be a defining day as Villa edged closer to a spot in next season's Champions League. Arsenal's defeat, the first time in 12 league games, sees it now remaining at the second position and also 2 points behind City, level on points with third place Liverpool, with 6 games still left to be played. Following Liverpool's 1-0 defeat at home to Crystal Palace earlier on Sunday, the weekend belonged to City, who bolstered their chances of an unprecedented 4th straight league title with a 5-1 demolition of visiting Luton Town on Saturday. Staying on soccer, runaway leader Inter Milan will now hope to clinch its 20th Italian league title in the Milan derby, despite being held to a late 2-2 draw by struggling Cagliari in Serie A on Sunday. With 6 games left, Inter, who have 83 points from 32 games, hold a 14-point advantage over second-placed AC Milan that drew 3-3 at relegation threatened Sassuolo earlier on Sunday. Inter can also secure the championship if they beat Stefano Pioli's side on the 22nd of April at San Siro. Napoli's aspirations for a top 4 finish in Serie A were dealt a blow on Sunday when they were held a 2-2 draw at home by relegation-threatened Frosinone. Napoli is now 8th with 49 points, putting it 10 points behind Bologna in the 4th, the last Champions League spot. Frosinone is in 8th position, a relegation spot with 27 points.